Good morning, my dear children. I welcome you all to the online teaching classes. Today, we are going to learn our grammar. I am Mrs. Mariam Jo, and I hope you all are ready with your grammar book and one of your rough copies to write the key points of the things whatever I am going to teach you. And I am quite sure your exams went well, and now you are ready to learn the new things from your grammar. So, I would like to quote that in the previous video, we have learned about many things, many rules of making adjectives into comparative and superlative degrees. And today also, we have to start from our fourth point, which we are going to learn today. So, let's begin. I have written for you here. Today, we are going to learn about chapter number 5, Adjectives, Degree of Comparison. This is your lesson. Formation of comparative and superlative degrees. Now, your 4-point according to your book is, when the positive is a word of one syllable. Now, I would like to quote this one syllable. I have already explained to you about one syllable. One vowel sound. I am not talking about vowel. I am talking about when you will hear a vowel sound, then it means there you can see one syllable. So, when the positive is a word of one syllable and ends in a single consonant. I have also explained you about vowels and consonants. Your vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and remaining ones are your consonants. So it says, if the word is ending with a single consonant, then what happens? Preceded by a short vowel. And it says that if the word is preceded by a short vowel, means before that ending word, before that ending consonant, if the word is having a vowel before that, then what happens? This consonant, means the last word, will be doubled. I would like to put this word, doubled, before adding ER or EST. Children, ER and EST. ER we will be adding when we are going to change it into comparative degree, and EST when we will convert this into superlative degree. Now we have few examples to see.
So here you have your example. I have taken the word sad. You can see these three pictures. First one is showing you a girl is sad, and in the second picture you can see just after this, the picture which is just after the first one, you can see that the girl is sadder. By their activities or their expressions, you can make out that the second picture shows that girl is sadder than the first one. And in the third picture, you can see that the girl is saddest. And now, according to our point number 4, I would like to explain you. The first picture shows that the girl is sad, and the spelling is S-A-D. The last alphabet of the word is D, and D is a consonant. And before D we have a vowel, that is A. So, according to point number 4, if the word is ending with consonant and before the consonant if it has a vowel, then the consonant should be doubled in comparative and superlative degree. So, you can easily see that in the second picture we have doubled the alphabet D, and then after that we have added ER, and it becomes sadder. And in the next picture, double D is there, you can see, and then we have added EST. Another example we will see, thin. Here you can see 3 boys are there. First picture will show you that the boy is thin. Second picture shows you that he is thinner. And thinner than whom? Means the first picture. Comparison is made between first and the second picture. And the third one shows that he is the thinnest boy. Means if we will compare all these 3 pictures, then the last picture shows that that boy is the thinnest boy among these. And the same thing you can see, THIN, thin. The spelling of the first picture is THIN, thin. N consonant and I is your vowel. So consonant will be doubled in comparative degree. So it becomes thinner, double N, ER, thinner, and in the superlative, double N, then EST, thinnest.
Now, our fifth point is, this fifth point will describe you when we have adjectives with 2 syllables or more than 2 syllables. So let's see. For adjectives of more than 2 syllables, here it explains when you have more than 2 syllables. In that case, what happens? Comparatives and the superlatives are formed by writing more or most to the positive. Children, now in this point, the main points which you need to remember is, firstly, more and most, and more than 2 syllables. It says adjectives of more than 2 syllables. Whenever you find that the word is having, the adjective is having more syllable, more than 2 it means, then what you will do? You are not going to add ER to the comparative or EST to the superlative, but you are going to add more to the word, to the positive word, and most to the superlative word. Then your superlative will be formed, I mean. More for, once again I will be quoting it, more for comparative and most for superlative degrees. Now we will see few examples.
I have taken the word difficult to explain you here. Children, this word difficult, it will be in the comparative degree, it will be more difficult, and in superlative, it will be most difficult. So, according to the picture, you can see that the child is having one book to study, means she has to do the difficult task. Then the second child is having more books than the first one. So it will be more difficult. When we will compare from the first child, it will be more difficult task for the child. And when you will see the third picture, you will see that we have more books than the second picture. It means this child's task is most difficult one. And I hope I have made this example clear to you.
So, we have come to our sixth point and the last point of this chapter. And this point says that it is not always that formation of comparative and superlative degrees needs some rules. Let's see them. Some adjectives do not follow any fixed rules. It says some adjectives. It is not talking about all the adjectives, but it is saying that some adjectives do not follow any sort of rule. Till now, till the fifth point, we all have studied about so many rules, in which cases we can form comparative and superlative degrees from the adjectives. But here the sixth point says that there are few words. They do not follow any sort of rule. To form the comparative and superlative degrees. As I have told you, some adjectives, they are least bothered about the rules. They do not follow any sort of rule when we have to convert the word into comparative and superlative degrees from the positive one. They are formed irregularly. Means when you will see them, you would have come across these sort of words, children, but you may have not noticed it. But today when we will study them with the help of examples, then you will know it and you will come to know about these words. That there are some adjectives which do not follow any kind of rule. And children, those adjectives, you can say they are irregularly formed. We have few examples to explain this sixth point to you.
I have taken the word bad to explain you sixth point. Now children, you can see in the picture that we have bunch of grapes drawn here. In all the three pictures, you can see the first one first of all. First one looks bad. The drawing is not good. You can see it is bad. And in the second picture, it looks worse. Means it is worse than the first one. And the third picture shows that this is the worst one among these three. I hope this is clear to you.
So let's recapitulate our chapter number 5. Whatever we have learned, just let's look at that once again. In this chapter, we have learnt about positive degree. Children, positive degree is the basic form of the adjective. Means no comparison is made in this kind of positive degree. In the positive degree, in these kind of statements or the examples of these kind of statements, you will find no comparison is made. But when we will come to the next one, comparative degree, it says that there is comparison, and the comparison is between two things. Alright, the comparison is between two things. In the first one, we had no comparison, but in the second one, comparative degree, as already the name suggests, comparative means it is derived from the word comparison. It says that there is comparison but between only two things. And when we talk about superlative degrees, children, superlative degree says that this is highest form of comparison. Okay, these 3 points I have made it clear to you, and I hope whatever I have taught you today and in the previous video, all these points are clear to you.